Friends, today we are explaining all the episodes of Mrs. Deshpande, the demand for which you had made. That's why, like the video, let's start the story. So, in the beginning of episode 1, we see a boy whose name was Virat, and he is an actor who has had some films released. Here, Virat was coming towards his room while talking on the phone. From his words, we come to know that Virat had asked an actress to spend the night. So that actress refused. That's why Virat is asking some dealer to send 2 Russians. Then Virat comes to his room and starts taking drugs. Just then his doorbell rings. On this, Virat feels that the Russians came very quickly. But here, it was some man who attacks Virat as soon as he arrives. Then Virat tries to save himself. But this man strangles Virat with a shiny rope and kills him. After this, he keeps Virat's dead body in front of the mirror and also keeps a trophy along with it. Although, they don't show us the killer's face. Then in a little while, 2 Russians arrive here, who as soon as they enter Virat's house, their senses fly away seeing Virat's dead body in front of them, and then the police arrive. This case was being handled by an officer named Pallavi. Just then, Mumbai commissioner named Arun arrives, who seeing Virat's dead body, asks Pallavi about the whole matter. Then Pallavi tells that Virat had called these 2 Russians. That's why, on his saying, the guard had turned off the cameras here. In that middle time, the killer came, killed Virat, and ran away. Then when Arun comes near Virat's dead body, he suddenly starts remembering some old cases, in which the killer had previously also killed people like this and made them sit in front of the mirror. And then Arun calls a jail in Hyderabad directly to check a prisoner. Then the jailer there tells that the prisoner is right here. After this, the next day we see that same prisoner whose name is Zenit, and she finishes yoga and goes to cook food for the prisoners. Then the jailer calls Zenit, and just then Zenit sees in the news that a reporter was telling that an actor named Virat has been murdered with this rope. Seeing this, Zenit is shocked. Then the jailer asks Zenit that yesterday Commissioner Arun's call had come to ask about you. Do you know him? So Zenit says yes. And she says that you convey one message of mine to Arun. Then we see Arun, to meet whom a reporter named Suryavanshi comes, and he tells Arun that these murders are happening like before, as they happened 25 years ago, and I feel that the serial killer has returned. On this, Arun says that there is nothing like that and you don't talk about this in front of the public, otherwise people will start getting scared. Then Suryavanshi says that you couldn't catch the serial killer of 25 years ago either, and still you got a promotion. That's why, this time you do your work well, on which Arun says nothing. After this, we see a man who quietly enters someone's house where a couple and their daughter are sleeping. Now what does this man do? That is not shown to us further. Then the next day, Arun comes to meet Zenit in jail, and here he asks, "Tell me, how can you help us?" Actually, Zenit had sent this very message for Arun that I can help you in this murder case. Then Arun takes Zenit alone and says, "So how are you, Mrs. Deshpande?" Meaning Zenit's real name is Mrs. Seema Deshpande. From here now friends, we will call Zenit as Seema only. Then here Seema says that if you want to catch the killer, you should think like him because he has copied my style. Then we come to know that Seema had murdered 8 people 25 years ago. After which Arun caught Seema and then put her in jail. But now after 25 years, again that same serial killing has started, and before Virat, 2 more people have been killed. That's why Seema says that you keep me with you. I can help in catching the killer. Hearing which, Arun leaves. After this, Arun comes straight to his senior and tells them that we will have to take Seema out because she thinks like a killer. That's why, if the killer is to be caught, Seema should be with me. On which the senior says that if this matter spreads in the media that a killer is working with the police, then we will have a lot of bad reputation. But Arun says that you put all the blame on me, rest I will see. In this way, permission to take Seema out of jail is obtained. After this, we see a man meeting some drug mafia people, where that man says to the boss here that the mall, consignment, is about to come, and as he was leaving from here after taking his money. Just then the police arrive and arrest everyone, and all of them are put in jail. After this, that same man who had come to tell about the mall here, the policemen take him out and bring him straight to the in-charge here. Then we come to know that this man is ACP Tejas, who was doing an undercover operation until now, and he starts abusing the policemen. Who told you to arrest like this? You all wasted my 3 months of hard work because I was about to reach the dealer soon. But that policeman tells that there were Commissioner Arun's orders that we have to end this mission of yours. After which Tejas comes straight to meet Arun from here. So he says the same to Arun that, "Sir, you wasted my hard work." Then Arun says that I have a case even bigger than that, which I feel you will enjoy working on. Then he gives Tejas those case files and says, "Read them. From now on, you will handle this case." Then Tejas, taking those files, starts reading. Here Seema grinds something from the jail kitchen and keeps it in her locket. Now why so, that will be known only further. Then here to Tejas, Arun comes and tells him that 25 years ago Seema had done those murders which you read in the file, and now after 25 years, 3 murders have happened like that where the dead body is kept in front of the mirror. Then here Tejas asks that why is Seema's name Zenit in Hyderabad jail? So Arun tells that actually when Seema did the murders, after the 8th murder I had caught her and we only had evidence of 1 murder that she had done that murder. That's why we had told Seema to confess all the other murders. So she also put a condition that if we send her to another jail with a new identity, then she will confess everything. That's why we had to listen to her, and after her confession, Seema went to Hyderabad jail, becoming Zenith. Then further Arun says that now we will also take Seema's help to catch the serial killer because he is following Seema's pattern, on which Tejas doesn't think it's right, but he listens to his sir. After this, we see a girl named Tanvi who runs her salon with her sister Divya. Just then Tejas arrives there, and seeing this Tanvi becomes happy. Then we come to know that Tejas and Tanvi are husband-wife, and Tejas often stays out regarding cases. Anyway, then today both of them come home and get intimate. Just then Tanvi immediately takes pills because she doesn't want a baby yet. Tejas asks why so. Then she says that just now the salon has opened, so it will take some time to settle, right? After which, to meet Tejas, his maternal grandfather arrives, and these people have dinner together comfortably. In jail, Seema's stomach starts hurting. That's why she is quickly shifted to the hospital. Then we come to know that this is all a trick of the policeman to get Seema out of jail because Seema will now investigate with Arun in Mumbai. After this, on Arun saying, a house is set up with full security and Seema is brought there. Now Seema had done so many murders. That's why all the policemen were also scared that she might run away. Anyway, after taking Seema's full search, she is sent into this house, and coming out of jail Seema was very happy. Also, she had hidden that locket of hers under the bed so that it doesn't fall into anyone's hand, meaning surely there is something in it. Anyway, after a little while, Arun and Tejas come to meet Seema. Then Seema starts talking about here and there with Arun and Tejas. But Tejas starts asking direct questions, and showing Virat's murder photo he asks, "What do you feel? Tell something." On which Seema says that I cannot tell anything like this. I will know something only after going to the crime scene. Then hearing this, Tejas takes Arun aside and says that she is just doing drama. You give permission, by giving third degree I will make her speak the truth. But Arun says that she is a very dangerous lady. I had kept her on remand for 3 days for confession 25 years ago too. But she was laughing. Only then we had to listen to all her points. Here we see that same man who had entered someone's house, and he brings a man and locks him in a room. Now why he is doing this, that will be known further. Anyway, here Arun and Tejas bring Seema to Virat's crime spot. So after seeing everything here, Seema says that this killer even kept a trophy in Virat's hand, as I had done in my third murder. Then Arun tells that yes, you had killed a leader like that, didn't you, who had molested a child. Then Seema says that only after reading my file, the killer must have started all these murders. Otherwise, how would anyone come to know in what way I committed the murders? Then Arun tells that that file has been read by only 6 people. So Seema says that then among them someone must know about the killer. Now Seema says that I have helped you so much. That's why you do one help for me too. And she says to Arun and gets gas cylinder and everything the very next day because she had to cook and eat food herself. Here, we see Tejas the next day, who comes and tells Arun that among those 6 people, 3 have died and 1 is a judge, 75 years old. He told that he had burnt the Seema file itself. That's why you and 1 lawyer Darula are left. So I will have to go to Darula's house and ask about the file. Saying this, Tejas comes straight to meet Darula. And when Darula starts searching for the Seema case file, he doesn't find it anywhere. That's why Darula says that surely my nephew must have stolen that file. Hearing this, Tejas starts thinking that meaning the killer can be Darula's nephew. Then Darula also tells that when my sister died, then I kept her child, and his name is Hosh, who just keeps roaming like a vagabond and he doesn't get along with anyone. Just then Hosh starts coming to the house, and we see that this is no one else but the same one who had taken a man somewhere and tied him up. Then Tejas tries to catch Hosh. But seeing him, Hosh runs away from there. Right here episode 1 ends. Episode 2. The beginning of episode 2 shows us a scene from a few years ago, the scene of 2020, where Hosh had come to meet Seema in jail. But Seema is not found. So Hosh gives a letter to Seema's companion and leaves. Along with that, through the policeman there, Seema also reaches the letter to Hosh. Actually, these two used to talk only through letters. And when Seema reads that letter, we come to know that Hosh considers Seema as his guru, who likes to kill bad people. After this, today in the present, Tejas comes to meet Seema, and he had found these very letters from Hosh's room which Seema had written for Hosh. Then Tejas starts asking Seema that you used to talk so much with Hosh, meaning surely you knew that he is the serial killer. But Seema says that there was nothing like that. I had understood from his letters that he is mentally weak, who wants to kill bad people, so I used to talk to him. Then Seema says that he and I never met face to face. Therefore, I could not understand him properly. Here we see Hosh, who comes to the same man whom he had tied up, and he takes out the same nylon rope from which Virat's murder happened. Just then the scene cuts, and today Officer Pallavi comes to meet Arun, who says that I have researched on Virat's murder. So it was found that the same 2 more murders have happened. Therefore, this is the work of a serial killer, and I want to work on this case, sir. Then Arun says that you have done good work. Therefore, don't tell this thing to anyone. As I will join you in this case. Hearing which, Pallavi leaves. Here, while cooking, Seema remembers about the letter and she starts reading those letters again. After which she tells the officer Omkar standing nearby that make me talk to Tejas. So then she tells Tejas that Hash had written letters to me until July 12th, where he was talking comfortably, but then the letters stopped coming. After which his letter came directly on August 17th, and in that, he was looking very provoked. Which means that in these days someone must have met Hash who has provoked him. Hearing this, Tejas understands that it has to be found out who Hash met in those days. Therefore, he comes straight to Daruwala and asks where was Hash in July to August, on which Daruwala first doesn't remember. Then he tells that at that time he used to work in a construction company and a friend of his was also made. After that, he also left that work. Although I don't remember the name of the company, just there was a logo of an eagle on his car. Then hearing this, Tejas starts getting that company found. Then after finding out everything, Tejas comes and meets an engineer who was getting the work done. Here he asks about Hash, so that engineer says that Hash was crazy who would get stuck to anyone. I was not keeping him for work, but at the request of our project manager Jutin, I had kept him for work. Then Tejas asks where is Jutin? So this man says that Jutin went to Lonavala with his family but has not returned for 2 days yet because Jutin has his own bungalow there. Then Tejas takes that address. After this, we see that Hash had brought food items today and he has tied up a daughter and mother. Then he tells them to eat food, from which both of them were scared, and actually this is Jutin's family and Jutin is the same one whom Hash had tied up somewhere else. Just then, suddenly many policemen surround the bungalow and coming inside, Tejas arrests Hash, due to which the mother and son's lives were saved. Then after bringing to the police station, Tejas talks to Hash very comfortably. Even gives him juice to drink so that Hash also tells everything comfortably. Then he shows Hash the photos of those 3 murders and says that confess that you have done these murders. But Hash says that I will confess. But before this, I have a condition. I have to meet Seema who has been kept in Hyderabad by the name of Zenit. Hearing this, Tejas comes out from there and he directly comes and meets Seema. Then he tells everything to Seema that Hash wants to meet you, so Seema also agrees. After this, Hash is brought to be introduced to Seema, and here seeing Seema, Hash becomes happy. Meanwhile, all this was being watched by Arun and Tejas through cameras. Also, mics were installed here to listen to their talks. Now Seema talks to Hash very nicely. Then she asks that how did it feel after doing the murder? So Hash also says that had great fun hearing their screams. After which Seema starts trapping Hash in her talks. Then Hash also says that you're that secret will always stay safe with me. Hearing this, Seema's expressions change as if she wants to hide something. And this thing Tejas and Arun also notice that after all, which secret is it? Anyway, then Seema again starts provoking Hash and asks that tell the truth, you didn't do those murders, right? Then Hash says that I only have killed, but Seema refuses and says that you can only talk about killing. Killing is not within your capacity. Hearing this, Hash starts crying and Seema asks Hash about Jutin, whose address Tejas sends his team to save Jutin because he was still alive. Just then Seema pulls Hash near her and says something in his ear. Also she had put her hand on the mic so that Tejas and Arun could not hear anything. After which Hash starts crying a lot. Meanwhile, Tejas comes running. Then Tejas asks that tell what did you say to Hash? But Seema says nothing and these people send Hash to the hospital. Then Seema tells Arun that Hash did not do any murder. He was just making up such talks and I feel that currently the killer must be roaming somewhere outside. Hearing which Arun becomes worried. After this, we see a man in a bar who was doing debauchery with girls. Then he starts going towards his house in a drunken state and we see that someone is following him. Meanwhile, here the police go and bring Jutin back and he was completely safe. Then the next day Tejas comes and meets Seema and says thank you that because of you Jutin got saved. Then Seema also tells him to eat food made by her hand. On which Tejas agrees. Then Seema asks him about his family. On which Tejas says that my mummy papa are not in this world. I live with my wife and maternal grandfather. Then Seema also says that I have killed only those people who used to do disgusting works. If you want, ask Arun. Hearing this, Tejas leaves. After this, Tejas comes to his officer and asks him to record that very voice which Seema said in Hash's ears. But a little time is going to be taken in this work. Then Tejas comes home where all these together celebrate maternal grandfather's birthday. Meanwhile, here Seema starts talking to the policeman standing there. Then we see that the debauched man who had come to his house, someone is killing him by strangling with that very rope. Meaning the killer is still committing murders. Right here episode 2 ends. Episode 3. So the beginning of episode 3 shows us a past scene. When Seema was very small and she was practicing Kathak. Just then a man comes there seeing whom Seema becomes very much scared. Just then Seema's eyes open and this was a terrible dream. Thinking about this very thing she starts crying. After this, the media gets the news of the recently happened murder. Therefore, they reaching even before the police start telecasting this news. Just then Tejas and Arun come there and they are seeing the corpse of that very man whom the killer killed last night. This man also used to have fun with girls in the bar every other day. Then Arun says that this killer has now started doing murders quite fast, as if he has known that we are behind him. Also he says that we will have to make a special team which will work on this case from outside and you, Tejas, lead it. Rest, that team should not come to know that Seema is also working with us. After which on Arun saying, a team is made that very day and in that they had also included Pallavi who was now excited to catch the serial killer. Then here Tejas puts all the officers on work, where they had to find some connection between every person dying. After this, coming in the media today, Arun also tells that a serial killer has come who has done 4 murders till now and now we are searching for him. Tejas will handle this case. Hearing this, Tanvi becomes scared that Tejas again got involved in a dangerous case. Meanwhile, we see a man who was getting a tattoo made on his body and he smiles looking at the news as if he is the serial killer. Anyway, then here Tejas's officer tells him that I have decoded Seema's voice and in that Seema was saying that there is no use of your living. You are weak, you should have died. Hearing all that Hash had started crying. Then we see Hash who suddenly comes near the window and breaks the glass of the window. Just then Tejas calls the doctor and says that just go and check Hash. He is fine, right? And going there the doctor sees that Hash has cut his vein with glass due to which he died. Now seeing all this, these people's senses fly away. Then Tejas immediately comes to Seema and says that coming in your talks Hash gave his life. You only wanted this, right, that Hash should die and that secret does not come out. On which Seema also says yes. Then Tejas shows Seema the photo of the recently happened murder, where Seema tells that this man looks very heavy. In such a case, the killer must surely have some technique from which he has killed this man. As far as I feel, the killer must have known this man from before. Only then he could bring him in his grip comfortably. After this Seema shows by doing a demo on Tejas through which any heavy man could be killed. After this, Tejas comes to the office and tells this thing to his team that I feel that the killer used to know all his victims from before. This is the reason that he used to come near such big people and kill them comfortably. Just then, Jarula's phone comes on Tejas who tells that the government had digitized all the case files a few years ago so that everything is found online only, inside which the file of Seema's case was also there. Therefore, it is possible that the killer has read this file from there. Hearing this, Tejas immediately tells an officer named Hania to find out to which company the government had given the tender of digitization. Then we see that same boy who was getting the tattoo made and at his house also a painting of a mother and a son was made. Just then that boy takes out a photo from his bag in which Seema was also there. Along with that, in that bag was that same nylon rope from which the killer was killing everyone. Meaning this can be the serial killer. After this, today when Tejas comes home, Tanvi was angry with him. Therefore, first he convinces Tanvi. Then Tejas's maternal grandfather comes there. Actually, he is Tejas's maternal grandfather. Just then Tejas's maternal grandfather coming, says to Tejas that why do you take such dangerous cases? But Tejas says that maternal grandfather, this is my work. Here we see Seema who takes out that same packet which she had hidden from her locket and along with it was also a slip in it on which an address was written. Then here today Tejas's maternal grandfather leaves on some journey. Meanwhile, that serial killer was keeping an eye on Tejas and his maternal grandfather. Here Seema was also awake at 3 o'clock in the night, as if she is waiting for someone. Just then we come to know that Seema had made Modax here which as prasad she fed to all the officers and in that very thing Seema had mixed unconsciousness medicine which she had prepared in the jail. Only one Omkar was there who did not eat those Modax. Therefore, rest of the officers become unconscious and then Seema starts acting of being sick. Now as soon as Omkar comes near Seema, just then Seema putting pressure on his neck makes him unconscious after which she runs away from here. Then Seema from here comes straight to an address. But that person does not open the door. Therefore, Seema remains sitting there all night. Then as soon as it is morning, Tejas comes to know that Seema has run away. Therefore, he coming there starts scolding everyone. Then Arun also comes and says that that lady is very smart and she can make anyone mad. Therefore, we should see her footage. Meanwhile, here when Tanvi opens her salon, then Divya who is her friend, tells that my date got spoiled yesterday because after that we started doing something else. So that guy lit the light from which I did not feel good. Here these people are only doing these talks. Just then, Seema comes in Tanvi's salon who says that I have to get haircut. Just then here Tanvi also starts doing Seema's haircut and Seema also was talking to Tanvi. Meanwhile, Arun asks Tejas that did Seema talk anything to you? So Tejas tells that yes, she had asked about my family. Hearing this Arun says that first you ask your family they are safe, right? Then Tejas first calls his maternal grandfather so he was completely safe. Then he calls Tanvi so Seema sees and says that at least pick up the phone. But Tanvi says that no, first let me do the work then I will pick up the phone. Meanwhile, on not picking up the phone, Tejas comes into tension. Therefore, he starts seeing the camera installed in the salon because its access was also with Tejas. Then he sees that here Seema is sitting. Seeing this, he immediately runs towards the salon. Meanwhile, here Seema starts asking Tanvi about her life, where Tanvi tells that I am happy with my husband, from which Seema talks a lot, and here Divya also was talking to Seema. Just then Tejas comes there and he says to Seema that come with me. Then Tanvi starts asking that who is she? But Tejas says that I will tell later. Then these two start going by car and stopping the car at one place. Tejas says that it is better that you die because you are a serial killer. So Seema says that my motherly love pulled me there, and she reveals that I am your mother, and I had gone to meet your family. Hearing this, Tejas's senses fly away. Right here episode 3 ends. Episode 4. The beginning of episode 4 shows us a past scene, where Seema used to run a restaurant and there Tejas was also with Seema. Then scene comes in present where Tejas gets some childhood glimpses, as if he is remembering all this. Then Tejas brings Seema to that same base where Arun was present, and Tejas asks that you knew this truth, right, that she is my mother. So Arun says that yes, it was Seema's condition also that you should never know this truth. Therefore she had gone to the Hyderabad jail, and then in connection with this case, she herself had suggested your name, due to which I handed over this case to you. Then Tejas says that from now on I will not handle this case, on which Arun also agrees. Then Arun comes to Seema and says that you had said that Tejas should never know your truth. So why did you tell the truth to him after all? On which Seema says that I could not stop my motherly love. After this, Arun starts shouting on Seema that you by running from here broke my trust, and he asks that you went to meet Tanvi in the morning. Before that, where were you missing? Tell me that. So Seema says nothing. On which Arun says that now you be ready to go back to Hyderabad. You have no work here. Here Tejas comes to meet his maternal grandfather and asks that why did you tell a lie to me that after my papa, my mummy also died. On which maternal grandfather says that I had to do this, and anyway she was a very good mother. Therefore I never told you her truth, so that you never consider your mother a killer. Then Tejas's maternal grandfather tries to explain a lot to him, but Tejas does not listen to even one of his words. Meanwhile, here on news Suryavanshi had started telling that these murders are happening like the 25 years old murders. Hearing which Pallavi also tells to see the file of 25 years old murders, and they also come to know about a company named Xylo, who had digitized the files of those cases. Therefore, these officers call for the list of all the employees from those people. Here, after knowing the truth of his mother, Tejas was completely sad. Then Tanvi comes here and handles him. Then next day Hania tells Pallavi about a case that 7 months ago Sunil, a man working in that Xylo company, was murdered in the same pattern. But his corpse was thrown in the well and glue was applied in eyes to keep them open. Hearing this, Pallavi immediately calls Tejas to tell everything. But Tejas does not even pick up the phone because he was out of this case. Then Pallavi goes and tells all this to Arun, hearing which Arun was shocked. After this, today when Seema is being taken to Hyderabad, just then Arun comes there and shows Seema the photo of that Sunil's murder. Seeing which Seema says that this murder is done by that same copycat killer. Arun asks that how are you so sure? So Seema says that I will tell this truth only to Tejas. On this pretext I will be able to see him for the last time. Hearing which Arun directly calls Tejas and tells about this murder. Also says that Seema is ready to tell you about this murder. Therefore come once. After that she will go to Hyderabad. Hearing which Tejas agrees. Then he comes to meet Seema, and Seema was talking to him calling him son. But Tejas says that I am not your any son. And he asks that tell what was to be told. On which Seema tells that when one night I was going to close my restaurant. Then scene goes in past where a man named Joseph, after drinking alcohol, had come to molest Seema. Then Seema tries to run from here, but Joseph starts hitting her. To save life from him, Seema immediately strangles Joseph with the nylon rope lying there and kills him. Then in present Seema tells that I remained lying there after that murder. After 2 hours of which my papa came and he threw Joseph's corpse in the well, and the well was closed forever from above. Then Tejas says that you are telling a lie. But Seema starts showing those old wounds of hers. Then she says that that very night Joseph's son Alex was also present there, and I feel that he had seen his father getting murdered. Therefore he only now is doing this killing. That too in my style, and this case of throwing corpse in well is not known to anyone anyway. Then Seema tells that later I had kept Alex with me only because his mother also was not there. Then Tejas says that I don't remember anything at all. So Seema says because you were very small at that time. After that I got jail, and where Alex went I don't know. Then Tejas immediately calls his maternal grandfather and says that you only hid the first murder, right? So his maternal grandfather says that I had no other option. To save my daughter I had to do it, and that corpse is even today in that same well which is near my house. Then on asking, maternal grandfather tells that I had put Alex in an orphanage. After that where Alex went I don't know. After this from here Tejas comes straight to the orphanage, where Alex was put. Then the warden there tells that Alex used to sit silent, different from other children, and his anger was very fast. A bag used to remain with him always. If someone touches it Alex used to get angry. Then when he became big then started doing theft etc., and then after being 25 years old where he went nothing is known. Then this warden tells that 1 year ago Alex's call had come who told that now I have improved and I had saved his number. Then Tejas takes that number and immediately sends to Hania and asks to trace. Here on Tejas's saying the well of maternal grandfather's house was also opened, where a human skeleton is found. Meanwhile, the address found from that number Hania sends to Tejas, and going there Tejas starts seeing that room where currently no one was. Meanwhile, we see that tattoo boy had come to Tanvi's house who tells that my name is Alex and I am old friend of Tejas. Then Tanvi calls him inside and Alex starts seeing the house. Then when Tanvi brings tea, while drinking it Alex was talking about Tejas and maternal grandfather. Meanwhile here Tejas finds a bag in Alex's house in which was photo of Seema and her childhood, and that same nylon rope was lying, seeing which his senses fly. Just then Tanvi's call comes on Tejas who tells that your friend Alex had come here who talked a little and then he left. I had taken his photo secretly. Hearing this Tejas immediately calls for that photo and puts officers everywhere to find Alex. Then Tejas finds that he works in a bar. Therefore Tejas quickly goes and catches Alex there. After which Tejas brings Alex and interrogates him. Then Alex tells that you are like my brother and maternal grandfather is also my own. When I saw you on TV I felt very good. Also when you were going with mother from Tanvi's salon then I came to know that I is alive because maternal grandfather had told me that she died. Then Tejas takes out Alex's bag and says that what is all this in it? On which Alex says that in it are memories of Seema and he shows things one by one. He tells that when maternal grandfather after giving me the news of I's death was going to leave me in orphanage. Then I had kept from his cupboard whatever I found as memory. Therefore I don't let anyone touch this bag because I was very close to my heart. Hearing this Tejas comes out. Just then Pallavi comes who tells that whenever murders happened Alex was always present in the bar, meaning he did not do the murder. Hearing this Tejas releases Alex and Alex hugs him. Then next day Alex comes to Tejas's house on food and talks a lot to everyone here. Meanwhile Divya also was talking to Alex, seeing which Tanvi becomes happy that Divya also found someone. Then an officer comes and gives a parcel for Tejas, and in it Tejas sees that there was a phone in which were photos of all murders happened till now. Also in it was written that I want to talk to Seema. Therefore we'll call tomorrow 12 o'clock. Right here episode 4 ends. Episode 5. The beginning of episode 5 shows us a scene of 1999, when a child named Suhas had come to Seema's restaurant with his mummy papa. Then Seema sees that Suhas's papa was scolding him while feeding him food, from which Suhas was scared. Seeing this Seema understands that Suhas's papa commits atrocities on him. Therefore when Suhas is alone Seema comes and asks him that after all what is the matter. So Suhas tells that papa is not a good man. He beats me a lot. Also he shows his wounds to Seema where entire back was grazed. Seeing this Seema feels very much sorrow. After this we see that Seema wears her black dress at night and going to Suhas's house kills Suhas's papa with that same nylon rope. Then she makes Suhas's papa's corpse sit in front of mirror and waits till the corpse stiffens. Then after 2 hours she opens the eyes of that corpse and goes. Here we can understand that this Seema also is completely psycho who even after killing sat with corpse for so much time. Now scene comes in present where Tejas had come to Arun to talk about killer. So Arun also says that we will have to keep Seema here for some more days. Then Tejas also says that rest of the team also should be told about Seema. After which these do exactly like this and Arun coming tells rest of team that Seema is helping us to catch killer. Hearing which Pallavi was shocked because she has read Seema's entire file. Then Tejas tells Hania to find out about that phone which he got last night. So Hania tells that this is a phone bought from black market and its no information is there. After this, as soon as 12 o'clock ring, call comes for Seema from killer, which Tejas had already put on trace. Then Seema picks up phone. So from front killer says that talking to you is a matter of great pride for me. You are my guru therefore consider me your disciple. Then Seema says that do you also kill bad people like me? So that killer says yes I am like you. Then Seema asks that okay for you have killed. Now who is fifth? So killer says that you will know soon because I will find fifth today. Saying this he cuts phone and Hania coming tells that we could not trace him because he used VPN of somewhere else. Then here Seema says that I feel that this killer is not a man but a lady and she is killing people due to some personal reason of hers. Just in her mind is this wrong notion that she is doing good of society from this. Then when Arun goes then Tejas coming to Seema says that you had told Hash to die so that he does not tell this thing to anyone that you are my mother. So Seema says yes, I had told him in jail to find out about you. So he also came to know that you are my son. Therefore I had told him to die to suppress the secret because he was anyway troubled in world and I did not want that due to me you are defamed. Then Tejas gives Seema the photo found from Alex and says that Alex had not seen anything at all that night that you killed his father. Rather he wants to meet you. Then Tejas directly calls Alex and says that I will introduce you to mother. Hearing this Alex also becomes happy and we can understand that Tejas also has come near his mother. Then in office Pallavi tells Tejas that from that Xylo company records of many people were checked but nothing was found. After this, Tejas comes home and he also tells Tanvi that today Alex will meet mother and he is very happy. Here Alex was getting ready to meet Seema. Just then someone comes to meet him and Alex reacts like he knows him. Then suddenly this person kills Alex also with rope. Actually, this is the very killer who was killing everyone. Then when Tejas comes to his house to take Alex, then sees that Alex is lying dead. Seeing this, his senses fly. After which he does Alex's funeral, and all this through video call also shows to Seema. Due to which Seema also was sad. Then today in afternoon again call comes for Seema from killer who says that I have done 5th murder. Hearing this, even Seema gets anger. But she talks very comfortably. Then Seema starts trapping killer in her talks. On which killer also says that there is no one to give love in my life. Therefore I become happy by killing people. Then Seema thinking says that for 25 years I have not killed anyone. Therefore now I again want to take experience of killing someone. On which killer says that okay, I see another target. Then we'll include you in that murder. Now as soon as phone cuts, Tejas says that from this we will reach killer. Then scene changes and next day killer had made a dentist his target who through video call also starts showing to Seema that now you will be able to see this murder comfortably. Just then with help of face detection, Tejas also finds the shop of that dentist and it was a little far. Then here Seema starts trapping killer in her talks and asks that even after killing, why do you apply glue in eyes of these people? On which killer says that you used to wait for corpse to stiffen, then used to open eyes. But I don't have this much time. Therefore to follow your pattern I apply glue. At same time taking advantage of opportunity, Tejas starting going to that dentist's clinic with his team, and as soon as killer starts strangling that man. Just then Tejas reaches there, seeing whom killer runs, and coming a little far killer, hitting on Tejas's head, makes him unconscious and runs away himself. However, they had saved life of that man somehow. After this, Tejas regains consciousness at doctors who says that killer if wanted could have hit hard on my head. But he left me only after hitting slowly. Surely something must be going on in killer's mind. After this, Tejas calling Seema tells that I am safe. And then Seema says that when that killer was showing me live murder no, then he was humming a song. That same song I had sung then when I had killed Suhas's father. Somewhere that night killer did not see all this no? Therefore I feel that this can be work of Suhas, who must have seen me doing murder that night. Now from here finding out about Suhas, Tejas comes straight to Suhas's mother, who lives in an old age home. Actually Suhas had left her there and gone, and his mother has disease of forgetting. Then as soon as Tejas meets her, then mother feels that this Suhas has come. Therefore she says that son, you don't play with doll. Your papa did not like these very things, therefore he used to beat you. Why do you live like other girls? When seen keep doing makeup. Hearing this, Tejas leaves. Then he comes to that same man whom killer had tried to kill. So that man tells that that killer is a girl. He says that I had met that girl in a bar. We both did love talks and then I brought her to my room. Then we kissed, and as soon as we were about to do something more, just then I felt that her body parts are a little different and I understood that she has done surgery. Therefore I had told her to go from there because she was a boy before and became girl after surgery. Her name is Shafali. Then these people coming to Seema tell her this thing, and Tejas says that Suhas only is doing all this because came to know from his mother that he was very fond of doing makeup and that's why his papa used to beat him. Then later Suhas became a complete girl and started roaming in search of true love. Just then on killer's phone call again comes for Seema. So this time Seema says that Suhas, how are you? On which Suhas says that you knew about me. And he says that why did you deceive me that police came behind me? Then Seema says that you don't kill anyone like this whose mistake is not at all because I don't like such obsessed killers. On which Suhas says that I have done a lot for you till date. It's me due to whom your family could become one. But you are refusing to talk to me only. Now you have made me angry. So now I will snatch the happiness of your son. Saying this, Suhas cuts phone. Right here episode 5 ends. Episode 6. Beginning of episode 6 we see Suhas who comes happily doing his makeup after his papa's death. Then when Suhas comes to know that the news of Seema's death, jail, has come, then he cries a lot. Some days after which as soon as Suhas became big, then leaving his mother in old age home and himself selling house etc. gets his sex changed to become a girl which he wanted to become since childhood. Then we see that this Suhas is none other than Divya, only Tanvi's friend, and she only was doing all these murders till now. Here Tejas also starts calling Tanvi that you stay safe. But at her house Divya comes who kidnaps Tanvi and takes with her, and Tejas was hearing all this voice on phone, after which Tejas sends other officers to Divya's house for investigation, but they find nothing. Here when Tanvi regains consciousness, then in front of her Divya was sitting. Then Tanvi says that I don't feel that you are any killer. But this Divya shuts her mouth. Then Divya calls Seema and says that I have started ruining your family. On which Seema says that you don't do like this. You wanted to meet me, no, so why don't we meet? Just in exchange of that you will have to leave Tanvi. On this Divya agrees and she tells address of a mall to come there. Then Tejas says that Divya is a psycho who can kill you. But Seema says that to save Tanvi I will have to go. Arun gives permission for this. However, here Pallavi was feeling that Seema is met with Divya. But to save Tanvi, they were ready to do anything. After which Tejas reaches mall with his team and their Divya calls and tells to give phone to Seema. Also she says to Tejas that no one should come behind Seema. Otherwise Tanvi will be killed. Then Tejas quietly puts his officer behind Seema. But Divya was one step ahead. Who calls Seema to her through here and there's ways, and then she leaves Tanvi and puts handcuff in Seema's hands. After which these people leave and Tejas also could not catch them. Also Divya had thrown the watch tracing Seema. However, seeing Tanvi here, Tejas's life comes back. Then we see that Divya has brought Seema to that same place where she had kept Tanvi. And here Tanvi was telling Tejas that which is this Xylo company? Because the building where Divya had kept me, boxes of Xylo company were lying there. Then Tejas immediately tells Hania to find out all old offices of Xylo company. Then here Divya says to Seema that felt good seeing you. She tells that I wanted to become girl. Therefore selling house I got my surgery done. Then I got job in Xylo company where my best friend became Tanvi. Meanwhile by luck only our company got chance to digitize all cases and your file came in my hand. Then I came to know that you are alive. Further Divya says that I had decided then and there only that I will stay in your place and keep your family happy. Therefore first I increased friendship with maternal grandfather and Tejas. Then I introduced Tanvi to Tejas, after which they got married. Divya tells Seema that my relationship with Sunil was going good. But when I told him that I was boy before then he hit me very badly. My surgery got spoiled and I lay in hospital for long time. Then I took inspiration from you and determined to take revenge. First of all I killed Sunil, then killed every person who had rejected me. Knowing all this Seema says that I also need your help. Meanwhile Tejas gets Divya's location and he reaches there. Divya tries to run but Tejas shoots on her shoulder. Taking advantage of this opportunity Seema leaves from there. Divya is taken to hospital. Tejas asks Divya that where did Seema go? So Divya says that she has gone to take her revenge because only I had read one counseling file of theirs in which their secret is buried. Tejas going to Divya's house reads that file so comes to know a shattering truth. Actually when Seema was small, then her father had done atrocity on her and on protesting had killed her mother also. Seema had come out of jail only to kill her father. Seema reaches near her father, Tejas's maternal grandfather. Seeing his daughter, her father becomes scared. Seema says that I had forgotten everything but from counseling I remembered everything and I have come out of jail only to kill you. Just then Tejas reaches there who now knew everything. He himself wanted to kill his maternal grandfather but Seema stops him that he should die only by my hands. Hearing this Tejas starts crying hugging mother. Just then his maternal grandfather himself goes and jumps from roof, due to which he died. Case gets closed. Seema is being sent back to Hyderabad jail. Arun says thank you to Seema. But in middle of way Tejas's car disappears. When Omkar reaches there then sees that Tejas is tied in car. Tejas tells that Seema snatched his gun and tying him escaped. In end Seema is seen going in a bus somewhere. Right here this series ends.